Hey everybody, this is Carsonist from Creationist. Today I am bringing you an unboxing and setup of the Osmo Mobile 2. Let's hop right in. Oh, okay, you got your paperwork, of course. And wow, was not expecting this. I actually bought the Osmo Mobile 1. They did not come with a fancy little styrofoam packaging like this. Wow, just look at that. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, nice. I like this gray color. Reminds me of the Mavic Pro, the drones. I can see a theme. Yeah, that's pretty sleek. It's pretty sleek. All right, and then we got the charger right here. Here's the real question. Is it charged? Let's see if DJI did us a favor. All right, so I'm holding down this M button for mode. Yeah, I think we're completely dead. I think we're completely dead, man. So they did not do us the favor. Yeah, that's gonna conclude today's unboxing video. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time. While your Osmo Mobile 2 is charging, go ahead and download the DJI Go app. Not the 4, just standard Go. It took me a minute. So opening up and looking at the gimbal, we got 2 spots, number 1 and then number 2. These are your adjustments. That's number 1 where we're gonna open up, spring load, and throw your phone in. Number 2, this is gonna be how you counterbalance. It's fairly simple, but you really wanna make those micro adjustments as the little bit of movement will go a long way. It's stable! Probably can't run with the thing, although I will give it the test in 3, 2, 1. Believe it or not, these are all without any batteries. This is why it goes to show you properly balance any phone. We're gonna do his phone next. This is where you want the motors. This is just way too beefy. You got a Big Mac right here, man. Action. Okay, so you guys all just downloaded the DJI Go app. This is essentially the app that you are going to use to start the recording, do any panorama pictures, and just have full functionality of the Osmo Mobile 2. Now, you want to use this app instead of your normal app because this does have the ability to zoom. And if you just use your standard app, you won't be able to use that. But just to get the initial setup, like I was showing y'all before, you loosen up. This is the first axis that you play with, spring loaded. I took off my case, you don't have to, but it does have a snugger fit. So I'll slide that in now. But essentially where your phone plugs in, put towards that side. Unless you were using an external mic. Tighten it up. Now we're gonna move on to the second axis. Like I said, micro adjustments are definitely what you want to play with here. And you'll have to do this every time.
Will it like lock into place once you get it, or it swings around?
You can lock it into place. But once it turns on, it'll be very stable. But as you can see, the more stable you get it, just setting it up, the less work that the motor has to do and the smoother your footage will look. And you can see right here, it's not even on. I can get pretty decent.
Yeah.
Do you have any volunteers that would like to try this out?
Only if I'm behind the camera.
You will be in front of the camera.
No, I want behind the camera.
Okay, so would you like to volunteer?
I guess that.
Awesome. So we're gonna lock that axis. See what the battery level is. You click this once, and then if you want to turn on the unit, you will click twice, hold it the second time. And then you'll start to see, boom, it is now stable. So in order to straighten it out, to get it directly in front of you, you're gonna click this M button, that's the mode button, twice. Then it'll straighten it out. Say I use the joystick, which you do have. You can do pans, tilts, all that kind of fun stuff. Double click it and it'll get it all right back. We will begin the recording. And by default, it's going to be on this follow mode, meaning that wherever you move your arm is where it's going to start to turn the camera. Say you don't want that because you're just sliding in between rooms, what you can do is first always straighten it out. You want to actually, a little quick tip, whenever I shoot homes, I try to get at the level of the counters, which can be a little difficult. But what you want to do, because it is on follow mode, whenever you bring it lower, it's going to start shooting the ground, which is not what you want. So straighten it out, look at your verticals. I always look at door frames, and then whenever you press mode once, it changes it from follow mode into locked mode. So now wherever I turn it, it's going to keep it along that plane. So now whenever I bring it lower, it's still straight. And so then whenever I come by this, we're getting it nice and smooth. If you leave it in that follow mode, you really got to know what you're doing, or
Or you're gonna make people sick, they're gonna
Yeah.
throw up.
I mean, as you can see,
Whoosh.
you can see right here,
Like a roll.
it's just like
Exactly.
crazy.
Yeah, I have vertigo, don't do that to me. I can see the picture from the side doing it, I'm like, well.
It's very nice whenever you're trying to shoot subjects. Say, if you want to throw in a little chandelier shot, which I like to every now and then, if you want to get fancy with it, you can actually parallax around the object, keeping it centered. Now, this does have smart features if you did want to lock onto objects, but we're going to look at that on a different day. We're going to keep the
Thank you.
basics.
Yes, thank you. I'm already like 1 click, 2 clicks, okay.
Yeah, I will let you begin now. Straighten it out. Here you go. It is on locked mode.
Okay, so this is our house, this is the bedroom, the living room, the crazy party room. Let's see how my,
So you don't want to move your wrist too much. You want to keep it pretty straight. As you can see, it started to tilt.
right,
So kind of move with it.
okay, so I was just standing still, so kitchen, dining room.
Yeah, you
So
have to
I have to
walking
like,
backwards.
yeah, so,
You were just going around and not moving.
yeah, okay. So, but if I'm wanting it to do Terry and it's not.
So double click it. It's on lock mode, so it stays locked to the plane. If you want it to move
Oh.
freely, press the M button once.
Okay.
Now you can move it freely. Wherever you pan your hand, it'll go to.
Okay. So if we do this slow enough, to me this seems easier.
Okay, there. You're on locked mode. So essentially what you want to do is as you're moving, if you want to turn it, you just put your thumb on the joystick. And that's how you can get the pans. Like, you see now you're tilting. You
Okay.
never want to play with tilt.
Okay.
So to straighten it back out, just double click it. Done.
Wow.
Got the right lined up here.
Change the view just by clicking this little camera. Although your front-facing camera does not have as good of resolution, but you can now see yourself.
You could just flip it.
Yeah,
That's
you
all
can
you
see.
need. Okay.
And if you wanted to walk through it twice, like this could be technically your A roll. This is you just walking around talking about the house. And then your B roll would be the shots of the house. And whenever you go into the editing, you would just
So
mix
then you
between
put the
the two.
audio of A over B while you walk.
Yes, you just leave A uncut. But then the B shots, you do cut in between. And as you're saying like, oh, this bathroom's amazing, it's got 2 sinks, and then you shot 2 sinks, you would throw those over top. So you would have a layer of the
That's
A
kind of
roll of you
shooting, but-
talking, and then the B roll would just reiterate what you're saying. You would visually show what you're talking about.
And you're saying we'll be able to edit like that? Like we'll.
I mean,
manage
it's
it?
possible, but I do editing services as well. This is that little plug.
Let me ask you a question. So is this app capable of me walking through the whole house and not saying anything and then later I can add my voice?
I mean, you can do anything. That's all in the editing.
Okay.
That's
So
all in the editing.
That's something that's capable
Right,
of doing.
so
We
you
just
can-
have to learn how to do it. So.
The only thing I wouldn't personally
This is cute.
shoot the whole thing in one take because
It's
that
too
means
huge. That's a huge file.
it's not the fact that it's a huge file. It's the fact that you will mess up. Because say like whenever she held it, at a certain point
It went.
it starts
seen
to
it before.
skew. You don't want that Dutch angle. That's what they use in horror
How did I
movies
know?
to build tension. You don't want that. But it
Maybe
can.
for your Halloween videos.
You can shoot vertically though. Thankfully, that's a good feature about this one. So if you did want to say live stream,
Might not even have to go
for
far.
instance, you could just do that. But for the most part, I would do it all in separate takes for each room.
And then
Ju-
can you join them?
Yeah, I mean that would be in the editing. That'd be in the editing. You can use all different. There's Quick. You can use by GoPro. You can use iMovie. I mean, there's a few different options out there, or me.
Oh, so this app
That seems much easier.
Yeah.
This is my idea, number one. The reason I got this, because I think it's going to help us all have steady. You list something, you go and shoot 2 videos, okay?
Yep.
The first video is you say, you know, I'm having an open house today. Come out and see me. This is the great kitchen. If you want to see the rest,
Teaser.
check me out. Don't give a time, don't give a date. Then every time you do an open house, you can repost this video, okay? Then you can go and do one that's long and drawn out, and somebody goes, I can't come to your open house today, you know, say, listen, I'll be glad to send you this video. And you send it. You don't even have to talk in that one if you don't want the second one. You can say, hey, this is 123 Main Street. I'm gonna walk through it and show you some of the features.
Seriously though, Sennheiser, sponsor me.
$2.3 stars.